Alright, let's get going, why don't we? Let's go with the auto shotgun, actually. Unless... Okay. Did not get anything that would make me change my mind. Well, that was a pure skill issue. Okay. Figured that out nicely. I think Shockwave is definitely the choice here. Are you first? Yes, you are the first. Big grubs are annoying. Also really hard to avoid. That one split. That's a healthy grub. I don't like healthy grubs. Damn it, the healthy one is going to absolutely regenerate. Yep, he almost completely regenerated. Damn it. No, not more. At least they're just normal ones. Alright. What do we got? Red Fury, I suppose. Bigger Boom is probably the better bet, actually. I'm gonna take the shop. Probably a bad idea, but I'm gonna take the shop. None of those are good. Guess we're gonna end up with a ghost ammo. Which is better than what we would have got from not taking the not shop route. But I wouldn't mind having energy ring, but there's no way we can get that much money. And vitality. Oh, it's nice when it's working. Flawless crit? Yeah, we need that. Avoid all the crabs. Okay, we must not have that shooting at us. Right, rather that wasn't shooting at us, I guess I should say. Whoa! Where's me? That was not something I normally want to see spawning next to me during a flawless attempt. Sharpshooter for sure. I feel like we have a boss up next. Boop. Nothing good here. Guess we'll take Streak Shot, but... Alright. Where am I? Okay. I'm not doing anywhere close to enough damage. Away from these guys. I'm somewhat surprised I haven't taken damage yet. Oh. Definitely took a little bit right there. Okay, we've lost our first armor plate. Away. Don't stop shooting, or he'll regenerate. Shit, there goes both of our armor plates. Well, that's really bad, because those were a primary source of survivability, honestly. Okay, this guy's gotta go. Yes, he's gone. Give me those crystals. That was risky and stupid to go after them, but... Okay. Where'd he go? There he is. Ow. As long as I don't screw this up, which there's still plenty of opportunities to do that. There we go. Alright. That was much harder than it had to be or should have been. Mega Crit's tempting, but we're definitely taking Gemstone. Ooh, bronze armor. I went to explosions, energy rings. No, we don't need that. We're going for the damage chest. Okay, there's a loot rock over here. Might as well pop it as soon as we can. Laser crabs. Get away from the walls. Good. We do not want to get too close to those walls. Holy, a lot of damage, and we're completely lost our armor. That is real bad. Open those walls. Bastards keep regenerating. Okay, at least he died. Ah! Smack right in the middle of the laser crab. Triple grenade. Okay, that's a reasonable choice. Yeah, we'll use this gun again. This is a pretty reasonable weapon. It's not one of the best ones by any stretch of the imagination, but... it's one of the less offensive ones, put it that way. Man, I hope we got a time shot. Regenerating enemies are just really offensive. I think we'll take Spiral Shot. And we'll go for the early spike chests. I'm not going to be too broken up if we don't get Flawless here, but I'm definitely going to be trying for it. Jet. That was a whole armor bar. Oh well. What do we got? Assassin, Piercing Wave, Grim Reaper. I'm gonna take Piercing Wave. Let's see, what's the chance on this gun? 5%. Ah, that's not too bad. Oh. Okay, just spawn some slugs, that's no big deal. Oh, there goes all my armor. Which is a bit unfortunate. To say the least. Hello, survey. Piercing Shot. Second copy. No? First copy. Oh yeah, Piercing Wave. Okay, that's what that one was. I just saw Piercing and went, oh yeah. But no, they are very different. Precision would probably be good against bosses, and I might need to take that. I only have 12 shots on this, so I reload fairly often. The windup isn't going to be that great. Let's take Precision against my better judgment. Upper multi? I don't know. We can try. And if it fails horribly, then, well, we'll know that things are still being wonky. Appreciate if you would die. Thank you. All those beautiful crystals. All right. What do we got? We'll take Heavy Hitter. Shrapnel and Spike Tracks, no thanks, let's go for some Elemental. Which Kenshi vendor has the backpacks? The one that doles out the self-damage when you kill things with explosions. Let's see. It would be... There's a couple different ones. The most reliable one that would have a backpack of any kind would be... Oh, what are they called again? They sell supplies for travelers. Don't remember what the actual name of the shop is. Usually the sign is a picture of a guy with a backpack and staff. The best backpacks in the game are acquired from the Shinobi Thieves. Or some of the best backpacks in the game. They offer black backpacks that have... They're basically exactly like normal backpacks. They're just colored black and they have less penalties associated with using them. So the combat penalties are a little, the combat skill penalties are a little lower, I think. Then there's like 3-4 different basic kinds of backpack. The giant one, which doesn't stack items. The medium-sized one, which I think stacks items a little bit. Small one, which stacks items a little bit, but is a lot less penalty. And then the wooden one, which stacks items really well, but isn't actually all that large. And there's probably a few others here and there. Not to mention the ones you can put on animals and all that fun stuff. I've never messed around with animals in that game. I probably should at some point. Oh. You want to keep using this gun? Yeah, kinda. Hello, hello.
Hello.
Grim Reaper. That's a nice pull. He says as he pulls faulty chests. Not that I'll live long enough to make good use of it, but anyway.
I mean, you're talking to a dead man walking.
Are you using that gun?
Yeah, for now. May as well.
Alright, let's roll. Oh, volatile explosions. I can't wait to have all these weapons maxed out and can turn it off. The game is just so much more fun without it. Ooh, sharp shot. Oh yes.
I got a time shot. I guess that's not half bad.
Ah, that's pretty good. I'd still take sharp shot over it, but it'd be close. What do you think in health chest? I don't really need anything that a scout chest has.
I mean, I could always use more ammo for this gun, but I'm okay with this health chest.
Alright, let's get some early health.
Somehow got a flawless. I think Dread just jinxes me. He's too good, so it makes me suck.
I don't think that's how that works, but anyway.
I think it does.
Beware of the rain. Hello, Dread. Dread says
He heard
that
me
you just...
calling.
Dread says you're just super lucky right now.
I resemble that.
Ooh. Looks like we have a terrible time up ahead of us.
I got a scavenger and a fortitude. Can't be that bad.
A terrible time, as in we're gonna get to the greed chest and discover there's nothing there except the bad ones.
Watch for the ring. Or not.
Oh. Oh. Everybody's
I got
cleared.
DC.
Well, I guess that answers that question.
Unfortunately. You need to fix that. Whether it's your ISP or the game, I don't care which.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what to do about it, though. Pretty sure it's my ISP. Considering there's nobody on the Discord complaining that multiplayer is broken. Oh, well. I'm gonna see how far I can get, I guess. Where me? Oh, it is deeply unfortunate that this is still happening. I need to figure out if there's something I can do to... record the problem somehow. Problem is, I highly doubt the ISP is going to be paying much attention to me when I whine that everything works fine except certain multiplayer games. It'll basically be, does YouTube work? Okay, well then shut up. There we go. Wow. Okay, what's the chance on split shot for this? 13. Okay, that's not too bad. Cat girls will fix all the world's problems. I don't think that's quite how that works, but anyway. 100% more crystals drop, max health decreased by 20%. Look how I... Doesn't seem that bad, actually. Let's go for the health chest, actually. It was probably a bad decision, but I'd like to get a fortitude or something so I can start building up a little bit of max health. I'm feeling a bit squishy at the moment, even though I've got armor. I'm not sure what happened over there, but whatever it was. There are crystals all over the place and I didn't get most of them. Go away. Bastard. That one must have been a speedy because he was like right there. And despawning crystals. I do have a lot of crystals for this early, so yes, that is working. I guess we'll just take the bronze heart. And Speed is survivability, elementals damage. I got a sharp shot. I don't really need damage that badly. I would definitely like some damage, but I don't feel like I'm strangled for damage at the moment, like I would if I was... Okay, well... Stop exploding near me, thank you. Hopefully the reroll totem lasts for a while at the shop, because I'm also getting bullied by these damn... Avoid me. Stop splitting. Illegal. Alright. Stamina? Yeah, definitely stamina. And... I want to do the luck for more ammo. But flawless economy. But luck for ammo economy. I already got some really good economy going. Let's see if we can build on it. Okay, well, you need to die. Can't believe I didn't get hit there. I need those crystals. Thank you. That was juicy. Okay. Mind if I do? Alright, what do we got? Paycheck, no thank you. Money shot, no thank you. We'll take the crystal bundle, I guess. I should have took money shot. I could take 2x money shot and... Nah, that's dumb. Finishing move will be fine. Island 7... No, we're not going to do Island 7 shop. But then we'd have 2 shops in a row. And unless we are spectacularly unlucky and get a really bad reroll totem. I was really hoping for things like more items in shop. Tony's black card. You know. Nice things like that. Not things that give you more money. Because they already have more money. Also, I could really use a time shot right about now. Or a bunch of fire shot work as well, I guess. Don't know how we didn't get hit by that. Then we didn't get hit by this one, I guess. And saw a giant crab filling my view. No, don't knock me out of the air like that, you bastard. Okay, that is... We do have a shop coming up next, but that's being way too risky for me. Alright. $2,700 crystals for the first shop. Oh, Colo, you can't sleep. Okay, I want fast shot, but power slide's real good. So technically, I think the shotgun is 6 projectiles. So technically arc shot is probably a damage upgrade. Ooh, second sharp shot. Hell yes, I'll take that. Couple bronze hearts, reroll. Second regenerator. Reroll. Probably should take that silver armor. Reroll. Sharpshooter. What's the reroll cost? 170 crystals? Okay, we can't reroll and buy something. So I'm going to take sharp claws. Am I having an issue with frame rate dropping low? No, I'm not. Am I having an issue with OBS dropping frames? OBS is actually dropping a few frames. That is actually distressing. Apparently I'm having an internet connection issue between me and Twitch a little tiny bit. That is not happy making. You bastards. Broke my gold rock. Give those crystals. Don't want to be here. There he is. Probably should get rid of this arc shot, honestly. There we go. Alright. Well, I'll take Mega Crit and hope we get a crit build going. Power slide is actually really good. I should lean into it by trying to get a fire build going. Increase damage to enemies on fire, things like that. Increase fire stacks. Okay. Sharp shot. Yep, sharp shot. No real choice. It is tempting to hit the loot totem a few times, but I see a spiky chest over there, so... The best thing about Power Slide is that it's giving me a source of damage over time that I can use to help keep enemies from regenerating. Which should not be underestimated in this mode. Also, it's a not considerable amount of damage in and of itself. You can just straight up slide stuff to death. Get the speedy for sure. Do not appreciate speedy anything, really. Alright, what do we got? Checklist, thorn shot. Checklist is bad. We don't really want grenade mods right now, so I guess thorn shot it is. You'll once again resume attempt to fall asleep. Oh, see you later, Koa. Good luck on attempting to sleep. Sleep is nice, occasionally at least. I would recommend it. Although that's kind of a do as I say and not what I do type thing. Did I smack that thing? I think I smacked it when I was trying to go over and it went off the edge. Yeah, I don't really want arc shot on this. Technically, it would be a DPS increase, but it's actually more as a decrease, honestly. Kind of a spherical cow in a vacuum sort of DPS increase. Spherical crab in a vacuum. I think I'm gonna sell it. Critical chain is good. Yeah. Alright, flawless random chest or damage chest. Depends on which map we get. I don't really need damage chest at the moment. Okay, this map would be easy to get flawless on as long as you don't do it dumb. Last 4 crystals. Let's see, what do we got? Big mag, sharpshooter. Oh, we're definitely taking sharpshooter. Oh. And we'll take finishing move. And we'll take big mag. That's the first time that that's triggered. Go for elemental and let's see if we can get some fire enhancers. was a bit meh performance, but anyway. Poisonara. Oh, I really want Firestarter, but I think Poisonara is the better choice here. Yeah, let's go for Spike Chest. I really need to get some health improvements. That's a gold totem. Hello there. No. There's multiple simultaneous examples of skill issue. I could use actually a skill chest to tighten up that spread a little bit. Damage shot. And then I'm gonna pull the gold totem and hope we get something good. Floating enemies. Ooh, hell yeah. Now. 2 copies of Regenerator, save me now. Ooh, homing barrels in 1 hit. 2 times damage chest. Am I dumb enough to do this? I don't want to deal with exploding barrels. Or homing barrels. Screw it. What's the worst that can happen? Would it run away? And of course, I get too close to a wall and blown up by a slug. What'd I expect? That was a pretty good run until it ended predictably. You know, I really like melee gameplay in this game. Unfortunately, melee is just so bad. It's hard to get the mods you need, keep it viable past the beginning. And volatile explosions basically kills it anyway. I really hate precision, but I think I kind of need to take it just in case we run into a boss. Okay, now the enemies are starting to spawn. That was a weirdly long delay before the first 2 enemies spawned. I've seen that happen at least once before. Fortitude. Well, now we're gonna need some regeneration to go with it. 85 crystals, Island 2 shop. We could probably buy at least one thing. Yeah, that's more valuable than the damage chest. Okay. Ooh, I'm one crystal short. Damn it. I could have bought 3 things there. Oh well. Light chest, off we go. Okay, you're gonna go. I hate speedy crabs. I hate speedy everything, honestly. That is a grenade crab. And that is one less armor plate than I had just a minute ago. That was a wall. No! Oh well. Pasty orange, targeting shot, triple shot. Okay, we don't want triple shot with this because it'll just make it worse. Targeting shot's fine, I guess. What's the chance? 20%. Okay, that's pretty good. And we'll do a damage horde. Well, down we go. I was kind of in... Oh, hello. I am so much getting out of there. We'll come back for that loot later. I haven't successfully managed to get rid of all my armor and most of my health, but... Oh well. Uppercut? Yeah, uppercut. And what are you? Personal space? I should have took that plus damage to close range enemies one. Oh well. Well. Obviously there's only one choice here. Get rid of me. Not sure how I survived that. Volatile explosion is just a bad modifier. And the reason I say that is because it is turned off, as in it doesn't apply, when you smack an enemy who is shielded. So if he feels the need to turn off an effect for a certain condition, because otherwise it would make that condition way too hard, then maybe it shouldn't even be an effect in the first place. Also, we have Fire Aura, which is really good. Iron Claws. I don't know if I actually want this. It does greatly increase melee damage, but also... yeah. Blind Fire is probably a bad idea. Chaotic Shot is definitely a bad idea. Screw it, we're taking Blind Fire. And we're gonna hit the... health totem a few times and end up very sad. Maybe RNG will feel sorry for us and give us an early fortitude. Well, I don't know why, but I see this chest a lot, and I don't like it. When I say I see that chest a lot, I mean that chest with exactly that set of items in it. Basically all the bad crit mods in a chest together. And it happens all the time. Okay, we're back up to a reasonable amount of health. Flawless crit for sure. Screw killing enemies. All they do is give me crystals. I don't really need crystals that badly. I'd much rather have a second pair of crit chests. You can die though. Hit the Island 16 and got triple minigun crabs. That sounds exciting. Very exciting indeed. Alright, what do we got here? Sharpshooter, hell yes. Critical claws. I don't want critical claws. Crit, I guess we'll take it anyway. What's our melee crit? 36%. Okay. Island 4 shot? Sure, let's do it. Firepower. I should not hit the health totem. I'm not going to hit the health totem again. Regenerator. And we won't be able to buy anything unless we sell something, and I don't think I have anything that I want to get rid of badly enough. Actually, Iron Claws I could get rid of. Bouncing shot would be nice. Alright. We've got a regenerator. Doing okay on damage. Not spectacularly, just okay. Oh wait, we got something here. Bronze heart. Hell yeah. I'd like to get an early fortitude if I can. Could do with more damage, definitely. Okay, we got those before they despawned. Okay, can people all bunch up, please? There we go. Alright. Endurance. Bullseye. We'll take the bronze armor, because that'll give us a plate and most of another plate. Energy ring, spike trikes for 2x health, or elemental. Let's get some survivability. Okay, I have this terrible feeling that after this island we're not going to need survivability. We're going to need healing. Those are homing grubs. And I just used up all 3 of my armor plates. Please tell me none of them are... Okay, none of them are shielded. Please die. Get away from me, you scumbag. Alright, where'd he go? Alright, we lost a bunch of health. We'll take a scavenger. We'll take a regenerator. Unfortunately, none of the things that were offered would actually increase our max health, which is what we really needed. Kinda hate this map. It's far from the worst one, though. Definitely a speedy slug in there. My brain instinctively goes, nearby enemy, wad it with melee, get it away from you. And that is the wrong thing to do. Okay. I'm really glad. Let's take a scavenger, I think. I'm really glad that there is no longer a fire version of that map. Ooh. I can buy a supercharged. A single supercharged. How much does this give? 280. Screw it. And then we'll hit this once. And that should allow us to get a blue if we roll and get a good one. regenerator is probably a bad choice, honestly. I'll pick the bronze armor, and that should hopefully keep us alive for at least a little bit longer against this boss. You don't like minigun crabs? It wouldn't have anything to do with a hello there, you bastard. Smacked me coming around the corner. It's tempting to hit that help put him as I go by, but that's just a bad decision. Because I know if I do that, I'll probably end up with half the health I currently have. And even if it doubles it, it won't heal me. Although it'd be cool if it did. Run away. I need to kill one of these first, and I can't really pay attention to both of them, and my damage isn't great. So many of these weapons are like, if you don't get the sharp shot early enough, you better hope you get a lot of some other stuff. Also, my health is really low and falling. Keep taking constant chip damage and then not so chip damage. Don't even have the damn skull half dead yet. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to make this. Don't have enough DPS. What? Oh, he must have landed on top of me. Or beside me. Right beside me. Come here, rocket launcher. You and I are going to be best friends for a bit here. %70 chance to fire 3 projectiles. The only thing that would have been better is pulling arc launcher or arc shot. Well, no, that's not quite true. We could have pulled square shot. Although square shot's chance is much lower than these two. But ultimately it's much more powerful, so yeah. Alright, what do we got? Heavy hitter is probably acceptable. Let's go for speed chest and hope we get a fast shot or something. Technically a little triple shot here probably would have been better on sniper, but it's also fully acceptable on rocket launcher. If I would stop missing. Alright, what do we got over here? Fast shot is probably the choice. Stamina is really tempting, but fast shot will make it easier to hit things. And then another speed chest, I guess. all those crystals. Don't want to lose momentum here. Nice. What we got? Adrenaline, blender, aerial shot. Aerial shot is definitely the pick out of those. One hit mirror projectiles for elemental chest. No, we'll take the health. There's a lot of splits. We'll use some fire rate. Heavy hitter is throwing me off. But it is more damage, so I shouldn't complain too loudly, I guess. Oh, what do we got? Endurance, health, bullseye. Bullseye is probably the best choice for now, but it's gonna fall off eventually. The word of noise is that the way that the one-shot thing works is it triggers on any enemy that dies within a certain short amount of time after the first instance of damage it takes. So things like time shot, even if you hit it and it blows up eventually, it has to blow up. Basically, time shot's not going to help you with that. It won't hurt. But unless the enemy dies in like the first tick or two. Okay, what's here? Oh, you need to die right away. We somehow got flawless there. Holy crap. That was like... Felt like a 0% chance of making that work. I'll take Ultra Shot, I guess. I don't want Heavy Shot. I'll take FMJ. Probably should have took Power Armor, but... Right now I'm blessed with still having armor. If I can keep that up for long term, that'd be great, but I'm not going to count on it. And I'm certainly not going to pin my damage on that. Beautiful. Alright. Spiral, recoil, high caliber. Recoil isn't really a problem for this weapon. At least not for a few levels. We'll go for more damage. That was dumb. I knew exactly what was going to happen. I went for it anyway. Damn it. Smacked out of the air by a blocker skull. Layered grenade. Yes. Try a minigun run. If we don't get a sharp shot, we're basically screwed from the get-go, but... At least in the early few islands, we can depend on melee to carry our asses. Alright, what do we have here? Sharp claws. Well, that'll allow melee to carry our asses for a little farther. Blue shot, danger close, iron claws. Danger close would greatly improve our melee. Blue shot has interesting potential. Energy rings, homing thorns. This is a bad idea. And I'm here for it anyway. Blue shot is such an interesting mod. I don't know how I didn't blow myself up there. The official answer, of course, is skill. The real answer is I don't know what those pufferfish were doing. Take danger close. Like a level of glue shot. How much damage is this actually giving me? Plus 18. That's damage, I guess. Luck or damage. We'll take a luck chest and hope we get like a an ammo helpers. That was all of our armor. And a bunch else besides. I hate the new enemies and they're stupid. The enemies themselves wouldn't be that bad, but they're blasted damage circles they create around where their projectiles hit are a serious issue. There's no real way to deal with them except just stay back away from the damn things. And on small maps it can be hard. It just feels a little bit bullshit. Oh well. minigun crabs. Oh, right here's one. Right, there's two. Minigun crabs feel less bad than homing grubs to me, but they are infinitely worse than laser crabs, that's for sure. Listen here, you bastard. Splitting is strictly illegal. Also, this one definitely helped just build back up to full. That grenade did no damage. I'm on 4 health, which means that I just need to get smacked once and I'm dead. And these stupid things keep healing. Whee! I need time shot. I mean, I really badly need time shot. Okay. Glue shot is not a substitute for time shot, even slightly. Alright, somehow we didn't die. And all I got was a lousy ghost ammo. I could take efficiency. Another copy. Ghost ammo is just strictly better than efficiency, though. Great, we're taking ghost ammo. And we need a health chest because I need to get some healing going or we're done. We're probably done anyway, but that's the thought that counts, I guess. You need to die right now. That was a frenzied. Thankfully, that's just a normal one. Damage on this is so shit. I don't really mind the glue shot for once. I need a sharp shot, or a time shot, or like anything really. Fortitude, okay, we have to take it. Alright, layered grenade, goodbye. Efficiency, we're keeping that for now. Yeah, I'm okay with everything upgrading, I guess. Overall, I'm quite happy with the difficulty upgrade. I do like the higher difficulty, but the enhanced enemies shouldn't produce those red pools of hurt and injury. Particularly not the minigun crab on every single shot. And volatile explosions shouldn't be a thing. Also, no safety net is kind of obnoxious, but that one I'm less annoyed about. I guess we're taking efficiency. And we'll go for a health chest. There's no safety net. I thought you had basically anything. We're dead. No safety net leads to a lot of what feels like just bullshit deaths. Which is one reason why I don't necessarily like it. If I wasn't trying for diamond and everything. There we go. Speaking of things that feel slightly bullshit. If I wasn't going for just diamond and everything, I would turn off no safety net, I would turn off volatile explosions. And if I was playing solo, I would turn off unfair bosses, which I am right now. Multiplayer unfair bosses feels fine. Solo, not so much. And depending on how I was feeling, I might turn lock slots on or off. But random items is cool. Regenerating enemies. Depends on the weapon, depends what mods you have. Sometimes it can feel really, really hard. Sometimes you don't even notice it. Buffed enemies is cool. Manual collection's pretty cool. Double challenge is okay, I guess. It's not really something I think of too much either way. Resurrecting enemies is cool. I like that one. Evolved enemies. Laser and minigun crab can be a bit much with their... Oh, laser's not too much of a problem. I like laser crabs. Minigun crab would be cool if it wasn't for the red pools he creates. And the homing crab is... Not homing crab. Homing grub, whatever he's called. As long as they're not shielded, they can be dealt with. But volatile explosions just is very unfun. And no safety net. Just no safety net isn't something you really notice too much. It just makes the game feel a little bit more bullshit. So let's see what we got first. Supercharged. You know what? Let's do supercharged minigun because that sounds like a fun time. Sounds like reloading simulator. Yep. Reloading simulator. We can get a sharp shot to go with this. That'll be pretty awesome. You know, that really very much is a problem with a lot of these guns, though. Most of the damage increases just feel really tiny compared to sharp shot. Time bolt's crap. Let's take ultra shot. What is the percent? 6%. Okay. Let's go for health. Because we're going to need it. There's a loot rock. Ice slugs. Okay. Split shot. Ooh. Shiny. The chance is low. I'm not sure what the chance is, but... Ultra shot's doing work. Through these damn ants. Okay. Endurance is tempting. I want the bronze heart. Okay. 8% chance to split shot, 6% chance to fire an ultra shot. Okay. The ultra shot is triggering often enough that One problem is its range isn't very long. And it's a really slow projectile, which is a problem. Well, goodbye armor. How dare you? I was about to say, how dare you split? Spinning blade. Meh. Oh. Yeah, my internet is definitely being weird today. Because my monitor stream just crashed. That is not something that happens normally. Blind fire is probably a bad choice. Honestly, a little bit of spread is fine. I will take blind fire. The problem is less the spread and more the recoil, honestly. There's a gold rock I would like to keep if I can. Okay. Damn slugs. Alright, gold rock. Give me your health. Wasn't much, but every little bit counts. I guess we'll take FMJ and go for a spike chest. I guess what's really annoying me is the lack of one-hit protection is really, really annoying. And I used to really like exploding enemies, because it was really cool to land on them and smack them just before you land. Got a shot worth on the minigun? I don't know. Try it and find out. I used to really enjoy like slugs and stuff like that, because you could land on them, smack them with your melee, and get buoyed into the air by a damageless explosion. That was your reward for doing the cool thing, aka having enough melee damage to actually kill one, or damaging it enough that you could do that. And so it just felt really cool and fun. And now you can't do that most of the time, except that they're shielded, which is a weird inconsistency that honestly shouldn't exist. If they damage you when they're not shielded, they should damage you when they're shielded as well. Or rather, they shouldn't damage you either way, but anyway. I swear, those barrels are supposed to home at you and not the enemy. And they were definitely homing at the enemy. Anyway. What's in this other one? Endurance, I don't really want. I'm gonna take Vitality and Health Shot, actually. And then we're gonna go kick this elite's ass. Well, goodbye first armor plate. How did he even... Goodbye all the armor plates, I guess. At least we have Time Shot to keep him from regenerating. Which... Help! What the hell is going on? Oh, I somehow opened the chat. Damn it! What did I press that opened chat? And why is that even active? Apparently enter opens it, but I was nowhere near that side of the keyboard. What? Alright. I don't know how in the hell chat opened for a little bit. And almost, well, it did kill me. But. Oh, today is a night of very much saltiness, I think. Okay. Big glue shot, I guess, with the first spike chest right away. Okay. Also, shields not showing underwater is a pretty big problem. Because nobody has time to stop and read the name to find out if it's shielded or not. Hey, demon? Sure. I can copy a big chest or an aura shot. Ooh, we've got glue shot already, I think. Yep, glue shot plus aura shot. That's a reasonable choice. Energy rings, homing thorns. And I'm good to upgrade everything I've got, okay. Oh, that was a fuse. Rip. Oh, game chugged a bit right there. Not even quite sure why. Oh yeah, this is like Sharp Shot, but better. How long it'll remain that way, of course, is the whole other question. 3 speed demons. 2 big chests and an aura shot. We'll take a big chest. And guess we'll take a speed demon. 1 hit, mirror projectiles, 2 times damage chest. No thanks, we'll go for the crit. Oh yeah. This is actually a beautiful combination. That looks like a gold. Sharpened axe. Nah. Get our health back to where it was. Sharpshooter. Yeah, sharpshooter for sure. And then we'll take a greed chest. Okay. This is the best minigun build I've had in a very, very long time. That just means we're going to die instantly, not too far off from now. Max health, greatly increased fall damage is enabled. I don't think fall damage exists, I don't care what it says. Gain crystals and dealing, lose crystals and taking, that's a good bet too. We're gonna take double-edged sword. Because it's a lot less double-edged than it might want you to believe. As long as you don't take much damage, which if you do take too much damage in this mode, you're kind of dead anyway. So it's basically gain a large amount of crystals. And you don't actually lose that many because if you do lose crystals, you're dead. You can't lose any crystals and you're dead. We need to get some survivability going. Fire shot, poison shot, random, lightning, ice. I think I'm going to take fire shot for the damage over time. And I need to go for the health chest, even though this is gonna suck. No, third me. Screw you, launcher crab. And I'm out of keys. Because of course I'm out of keys. Alright. Let's take cluster launcher, an actually good weapon. Or at least it's an actually good weapon once we've got the stuff we need for it. Which isn't going to happen because RNG hates us tonight. Well, all of these are kind of poop, but what big, bigger boom. Mirror projectiles, homing barrels for 2x greed. Sure. There's a lot of dying going on over there. Alright, what do we have? Double trouble. No. Bribe. Sure. We're not going to keep that health for any real length of time, but it's the thought that counts, I suppose. Well, now we can't open the spike chest. I guess we're going for skill. Okay. Strip tape. Big mag. Yeah, we'll take big mag, I guess. Another greed chest. I hate volatile explosions so much. If I didn't want to have everything diamond, I'd be having a lot more fun, I'll be honest. I should probably turn a few modifiers off, like specifically volatile explosions. Juggernaut's okay. If I can get some healing to back it up. But if I do that, then every time I get a really good build, I'll be haunted with, but just think, I could have gotten a diamond if I had turned those modifiers on. Which is why the whole, oh, they're just modifiers, you can turn them on or off if you want, doesn't really hold water. So I just need to suffer with the bad modifiers until I get enough wins. They either get to the weapons that I'm not willing to use, or where I got all the weapons finished. I should have taken the bronze armor probably, but getting that chunky heal was too much to pass up for me. I guess the weird thing one thing I probably have with all the explosions is it doesn't seem consistent what damages you and what doesn't. Sometimes it feels like you're a long ways away from something, you smack it, you take a ton of damage. Other times you feel like you're right on top of something and you smack it, and you're like, oh wow, I didn't take damage. And there doesn't seem to be any explanation for why. Except that either it must be bugged, which doesn't seem likely, or you must have been farther away than you thought you were. Which is much more likely. Oh, grenade mods need to go on their own chests too. All of these are bad. Because the opportunity cost for taking a grenade mod over something you actually need to make your weapon good, it's unsustainably high. But right now they just feel like, screw you, you don't get to pick options, kind of. I thought it was made so that large slugs couldn't have shields, or was something else? We're thinking of some other change. Something was changed because it's too hard to get away from large slugs. I don't remember what it was exactly. Probably should look at the patch notes again. But I thought it was made so they can't have shields. But that one was definitely shielded, so obviously it wasn't that. Also, my damage just seems really bad right now. Not speedy. Okay, yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, they can still be shielded. You just have to find a good angle. Yeah, because the speedy ones were really nasty. They were... I need some more damage, badly. Aura shot, preferably. Time shot would also be acceptable, sort of. Okay. Quick shot, bigger boom, big claws. I don't want any of these things. Guess we're taking bigger boom. Somehow we didn't take damage from that. Well, I know how we didn't take damage from that. It's because we were maintaining some distance. But there's definitely a range where you can melee stuff and the explosion won't hurt you, and it's far enough away, but it still feels real bad if you don't get the range exactly right. Reload arc, I guess, is the thing to take. Last chance to get any of the things we desperately need to make the boss actually plausible. We'll take a regenerator. We'll take a heavy shot. I think that'd be acceptable. I'm probably going to regret that instantly, but oh well. Yep, I was right. I did indeed regret that. Also, our damage is absolute shit. Okay, well, we're not going to be killing these bosses. Not unless we get a miracle. Even if I get rid of the heavy shot. Our damage is just really bad. Yeah, look at that. Somehow we didn't take any damage in that whole debacle. And there, the only damage took was fire. Yeah, heavy shot was a mistake. Look at this, even with, yeah. Even with hitting him directly, we're barely doing anything to him. Cluster Launcher wasn't nerfed. I know it wasn't nerfed, but it sure feels nerfed. The last several times I've used it, it feels like it's shooting marshmallows instead of the way I remember it. And it's still doing the same damage it always did, though. I don't know. I don't know why I've been feeling bad lately. Maybe it's just because I've been getting bad mods with it or something. Admittedly, the first couple times I used it, I didn't like it either, and then I got Aura shot, and I was like, ooh, this is amazing. Best weapon ever. So it is a very... It needs a very specific build to really come into its own. Oh well. Oh well. I can't remember. Can you ground launch this thing? Yeah, I think that answers that question. we almost made it. Well, it is 10:24. That is close enough to 10:30 that I'm not going to do another run. Had some spectacularly bad luck on today's runs. Also a few doses of bullshit, but mostly just spectacularly bad luck. I did get a good build going probably twice, maybe 3 times, but the only one that I particularly regret losing was the minigun blue shot Aura shot one, because that was going really well as far as damage goes. It wasn't going so well as far as survivability goes, which is why it ended, but... Or was that the one where we got smacked from nearly full health by a... I don't remember. Anyway. Somewhat reasonable rocket launcher one that ended badly as well. There were a couple good builds. But there were a lot of runs where we just never got a build going either. Anything can make it to the first boss, but... And without unfair bosses, a lot of things can make it past the first boss that would never survive. Wow. Turning off just those 2 drops you all the way down to Emerald. Yeah. Honestly, bottle explosion just really has to go. But anyway, tomorrow is Red Alert 3. And I can't remember, I don't think we finished the Soviet campaign last time. Or did we? I don't remember. Guess we'll find out when we get there. Until then, let's see. Half is playing Graveyard Keeper. Let's raid Af. Looks like nobody else is doing anything of any interest. Okay. Yeah, Red Alert 3 tomorrow. I'll endeavor to see how far we can get through that. I'm going to see what I can do about figuring out why the internet connection is just unstable enough to be annoying. And see if I can do something to fix it or yell at somebody who can do something to fix it. Probably won't lead to any results, but hey, you never know. I just started a few days ago. Before that, it was rock solid all the time, except when it was down completely. Oh well. Until then, I hope you all have fun over at Af's, watching him do whatever weirdness he's doing. And I will see you all later. Good night. And goodbye.